definition of acid and base, or definition of acids and bases. So when we talk about acids and bases, basically these two are chemical substances and they have different properties, and based on those properties we can define that this particular component is a base, or that particular component is an acid. Now let us discuss some of the very basic properties of acids and bases, so that we can classify so many substances into acids or bases. Sometimes we can classify them into salts also. So when we talk about the acids, so the first property of acids is that they are sour in taste. That means usually the taste of the acids is sour, and bases on the other hand are bitter. So bases are bitter in taste, acids are sour in taste. Now when we talk about the litmus test, basically litmus is an indicator. The normal color of litmus is actually purple, but in the market we get litmus paper as well as litmus solution, and it is obtained in two colors, that is red and blue. Now when we place a red litmus paper in the acids, the red color when we place a blue litmus paper into the acids, the color will change from blue litmus to red. That means whenever there is change of color from blue litmus to a red litmus, that basically means that that substance is an acid. If the change is from red litmus to a red litmus, that means there is no change in the litmus paper of the red color, that also means that it is an acidic solution. Whereas on the other hand, if we talk about a red litmus paper and if the color change from red to blue, that means it is actually a base. And if there is no change in the blue litmus paper or the blue solution of litmus, it remains blue in color, that means it is a base. So we can clearly say that acids are sour in taste and they change the color from blue litmus to the red litmus. On the other hand, bases are bitter in taste, so there is change from red litmus to a blue litmus. Now when we have discussed overall the physical properties of acids, now we can discuss some of the examples of acids and bases. So the best examples of the acids are the hydrochloric acid, which is represented as HCl, or we can also say we have sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4. The third example can be nitric acid, which is HNO3. On the other hand, if we talk about the bases, the most common base is the sodium hydroxide. We can also have potassium hydroxide as an example of base. Now when you clearly see all these 5 examples, we can say that in these 3 examples of acids, they have one common property, and that common property is the presence of hydrogen. Now this presence of hydrogen in the form of ions or in the form of charged particles, we can say they have H positive ions in the acids. Whereas in the bases, the common substance is OH. So if they have OH negative, or we can say hydroxyl ion in the bases. So we can say that in the acids, all acids have common hydrogen ion positive as the main component, and in the bases we have hydroxyl ion, that is OH negative, as the common property, as a common component in all bases. So whenever you have a question in the examination point of view that what acids have in common, so all acids have in common H positive ion and all bases have in common the OH negative ion. But the difference between all these acids and all these bases is that whenever you try to dissociate the ions, or when you try to form the ions of this particular type of acid or a particular type of base, sometimes all the H positive ions are not created. That means some H positive ions may not be created. So whenever there is complete dissociation or complete formation of the H positive ions, it is known as a strong acid, and when there is partial dissociation, we refer to it as a weak acid. Similarly, if there is complete dissociation of OH negative ion, we say it is a strong base, like we have sodium hydroxide. And if there is partial or incomplete dissociation, we say it is the weak base, like the potassium hydroxide. So we have till now discussed some of the few properties and important properties of acids and bases. So when acid and bases react together, it forms a salt. So third category of the types of chemical substances is the salt. So we can say when this acid and this base reacts, that means the reaction of hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide, we get a salt, and that is the most common salt, sodium chloride. It is actually referred to as the common salt, and it is used in our day-to-day lives in our homes. So this was the concept on definition of acid and bases. We have discussed their main examples. We have discussed the effect of acid and bases on the litmus solution, and we have discussed that the taste of acids and bases, that bases are bitter in taste and acids are sour in taste. So this was the concept on definition of acids and bases.